Number 11, Haja Amina Api, born on June 25, 1925, and died April 2, 2013 at the age of 28 years old. A sama of Tandubas Tawi-Tawi for sharing her skills in matting weaving among the Sama indigenous community. She was credited for creating colorful pandan mats with complex geometric patterns. The Sama weavers prefer the thorny leaf variety because it produces strong and sturdier matting strips. They harvesting wild pandan leaves from the forest to make a beautiful mats. Number 12, Teofilo Garcia, born on March 27, 1941, and currently living at the age of 82 years old at San Quintin, Abra. A casque maker of San Quintin, Abra. Garcia is known for crafting tabungaw hat, a type of Ilocano hat made from a variety of gourd, cucurbitaceae, known or cucurbitaceae, known locally as tabungaw. Number 13, Magdalena Gamayo, born on age 13, 1924, and currently living at the age of 99 years old at the Pinili, Ilocos Norte. A master weaver of Pinili, Ilocos Norte, for her skill in weaving known as Annabel, Magdalena has to rely on local merchants with their limited supplies. She used to spin her own cotton and brush it with a beeswax to make it stronger. But after a Second World War, she now relies on a marketing boss trend. Number 14, Yabing Masalon Dulu, born on August 8, 1914, died on January 26, 2021 at the age of 106 years old, from South Cotabato, a master weaver of Polomolok, South Cotabato, for his contribution ikat weaving. Fu Yabing Masalon Dulo, commonly referred to as Fu Yabing, was a Filipino textile master weaver and dyer, credited with preserving the Blaan traditional Mabal-Tabi art of ikat weaving and dyeing. At the time of her death, she was one of only two surviving master designers of Mabal-Tabi art of the indigenous Blaan people of southern Mindanao in the Philippines. They deliberately ties each strand of the immaculate abaca fibers to create a loom. Number 15, Ambalang Osalin, born on March 4, 1943, died on February 18, 2022 at the age of 78 years old. A Yakan master weaver of Lamitan, Basilan for tenon weaving skills. The style she used was the sinaluan and sputangan Yakan traditional weaving. Number 16, Estelita Tumandan Bantilan, born on October 17, 1940, and currently living at the age of 83 years old. A Blaan master weaver of Malapatan, Sarangani, for preserving the egem weaving skills. By Estelita Tumandan Bantilan is a Filipino textile weaver from the municipality of Malapatan, Sarangani. She is credited with creating some of the biggest, most subtly beautiful mats to be seen anywhere in the Southeast Asia. Number 17, last, Wang Ud, born on February 17, 1917, and currently living at the age of 107 years old, at Kalinga, Apayao, a traditional tattoo artist, mambabatok of Baskalan, Tinglayan, Kalinga. Wang Ud Ugay, also known as Maria Ugay, is a tattoo artist from the village of Baskalan within Tinglayan, Kalinga, Philippines. She is often described as the last and the oldest Mambabatok and is part of the Butbut people of larger Kalinga ethnic group. The other famous Filipino artists and their artwork. Ang Kyokok, born on March 1, 1931 at Davao City and died May 9, 2005 at the age 74 years old at Quezon City. Filipino Ang Kyokok is a Filipino painter of Chinese descent and was a national artist for visual art. In his artwork is the Crucifixion. In this crucifixion, Christ is a duality of tortured victim and alienated android. And other is Diosdado Lorenzo. Diosdado Lorenzo is an artist born on 1906 and decays in 1983. The artist's works has gone up for sale at public auction 76 times, mostly in the painting category. Still life painting is a genre of painting that represent inanimate object that the artist has arranged in a visually pleasing composition. Other is Fernando Amorsolo. Fernando Amorsolo is a Filipino painter, was known for his vivid depiction of landscape, rural life, and portraits. Born on May 30, 1892 in Manila. Fernando Amorsolo, known as the Grand Old Man of the Philippine art, because of his masterful use of light and dark color in depiction of the Philippine sunlight. And that's his one of the greatest works that some of President of Philippines. And next is Guillermo Tolentino. Guillermo Estrella Tolentino was a Filipino sculptor and professor of University of the Philippines. He was designated as National Artist of the Philippines for sculpture in 1973, 3 years before his death. The Bonifacio Monument recalls the Philippine Revolution, which was spearheaded by Andres Bonifacio, who was urged his men to rise against the colonial rule of Spain. Next is Hernando Ocampo, born on August 7, 1897 at the San Fernando, died at 1984 at the age of 87 years old in Manila. Ocampo's rendering of the scenes is unsettling enough, expressing the definition of contrast figuratively. The story speaks of the alienation of destitute man eating from an empty plate. Hezon Ocampo was considered a father of modern architecture in the Philippines, having introduced and utilized international design such as Art Deco and Beaux Art. Bex Art muna. Next is Juan Luna. Juan Luna de San Pedro Novicio Ancheta was a Filipino painter, sculptor, and a political activist of the Philippine Revolution during the late 19th century. He became one of the first recognized Filipino artists. One of his art that known in the Philippines or the other nation is the Spolarium. Spolarium is a painting by Filipino painter Juan Luna. Luna, working on canvas, spent 8 months completing the painting, which depicts dying gladiators. The painting was submitted by Luna to the Exposition Nacional de Bellas Artes in 1884 in Madrid, where it garnered garnered the first gold medal. Next is Napoleon Abueva. Napoleon Billy Veloso Abueva was known as the father of modern Philippine sculpture. Through Proclamation No. 1539, he was proclaimed National Artist for Sculpture in 1976 when he was 46, making him the youngest recipient of the award of the allegorical harpoon is his work. Is one of the Abueva's first creations, in hardwood in which the sense of formal plasticistic values were more important than the heroic representationalism of his predecessors. Solomon Saprid was a Filipino-Asian modern and contemporary sculptor who was born in 1917. Solomon Saprid's work has been offered at the auction multiple times, with realized prices ranging from $161 to $100,032, depending on the size and the medium of the artwork. This half-horse and humanoid hybrid, a mythical creature deeply rooted in the Philippine culture and tradition, has made numerous appearances in the iconic sculpture's oeuvre. Next is Victorio Edades. Victorio Candido Edades was a Filipino painter. He held the revolutionary 13 moderns who engaged their classical compatriots in heated debates over the nature and function of art. He was named a national artist in 1976. The history named Victorio Edades as the father of modern Philippine art. Edades executed this upon his return to the Philippines from studies in United States. In his campaign for modernism, this is one of his paintings that shows his enhanced knowledge and skills in modern art. Antonio Edades. And that art was named The Builders. Next is Vicente Rivera. Vicente Rivera Waymir was a Filipino painter who was born in 1872. Vicente Rivera Waymir's work has been offered at auction multiple times, with realized prices ranging from $2,926 to $20,264, depending on the size and medium of the artwork. So one of his famous artwork is Supplication. Portrays a picture of a woman kneeling down on the nailed feet of Jesus on the cross, with a dramatic background to clearly express the desperate state of the woman. A famous example of stylish and an organized approach in the Philippine paintings.